Purdue and Illinois are going head to head for a 7-footer center. Sinan Huan, international kid who is out of Maryland, playing at Georgetown Prep, but Chinese descent. I believe he's played with the Team China through a lot of the FIBA events here. Sinan Huan, an elite rim protector. We've covered his game on the channel multiple times in the last month. His recruitment is heating up. He was visiting Illinois over the weekend. He was in Champaign for the football game this weekend, and a lot of content came out of that. Illinois beat writers reporting on this, got some interview clips with Sinan himself. This is coming right after Sinan Huan visited Purdue. So in short order, he's gone Purdue to Illinois. I believe, if I recall correctly from past videos, I believe he's going to Northwestern as well. And
Mhm.
those are kind of the three. Then he wants to make a decision rather quickly here. It's interesting because this is a kid, I think if he opened up his recruitment, everyone in the country would swoop in and want him. Like he projects as a fringe 4 or 5 star, true 7-footer with huge upside here. But right now it appears he's pretty dialed on Purdue or Illinois, maybe Northwestern as a long shot. But some interesting quotes that came out of this. Shout out to Kedrick Prince, who has some quotes in a write-up for Illini guys on this. Sinan Huan compared the two visits, Purdue and Illinois, and said, quote, I visited Purdue along with Illinois. I like both schools a lot. But the one thing I really like about Illinois is they put a lot of guys in the NBA. Juan also told Jeremy Werner, 24/7, it's really impressive on what he saw at Illinois. So, again, a lot of great clips from him coming out of Purdue, a lot of visuals and posts and all that. He, by all accounts, loved his Purdue visit. But it sounds like Illinois knocked this out of the park as well. And the pitch from Illinois is, hey, look at all the guys we've put in the league in recent years. So whether or not that resonated, we shall see. It sounds like it may have early here. What's your impression of Sinan Juan's recruitment coming off this Illinois visit?
So to me, it's interesting to hear him say that because I feel like that hasn't been, I guess, stated verbally and or given as an answer of like kind of where his recruitment's going up until this point. Obviously Purdue was in on him, Northwestern as well. I think that, it was an interesting recruitment. I think that education also was, as it plays a factor in all recruitments, but was going to be a very big focal point of this one as well. But it seems that the pitch of, getting him to the league and Illinois has been able to do that. A school who just last year had 2 first-round picks, right? And one of them didn't even start for the team. So I do think it is a good pitch. I think that Illinois has done a pretty solid job as a late of getting guys to the next level, whether it be a Terrence Shannon or, like I stated, with Kasparis or Will Riley. I think that is something that could be enticing to players. And, it's something that Purdue's done as well too. Like Zach Edey obviously made his way to the league, even a little bit further back, Jaden Ivey. But it's interesting to hear Sinan say that because I feel like I haven't heard him actually state that the getting to the league part is something that means something to him in his recruitment.
Yeah, it's one of those ones I think where like it's I think head to head on paper, it's a good pitch for Illinois.
Hmm.
Like at least coming off the year where you just had two first round type picks, right? Kasparis and Will Riley. Um, it's a good time to make that pitch for Illinois. You got Terrence Shannon to the league as well and helped him develop. So yeah, in quick succession, Illinois has been putting out a lot of guys in the league simultaneously at this very moment in time. Purdue seems like they've been more focused on just developing good college basketball players that stay in school, right? You're getting a fourth year out of Braden, fourth year out of TKR. Not that those guys, I think Braden's going to play in the league, but it hasn't been like, let's get you to the NBA. That's not what Purdue's even trying to do with those guys. They're trying to keep those guys in school and win games. Um, it's interesting for me with Illinois because you look at the rest of the guys Brad Underwood's targeting and offering right now. Aren't they all developmental pieces?
Yeah, no, it feels like it. It feels like it is, but also at the same time, there are some bigger guys that I feel like he's getting. I feel like this one too, though, is a good mix of. I think there's some development there, but also like you mentioned, this is a probably a high 4-star kid. I'm not sure where he actually falls in the rankings.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. I don't know what to do with this pitch is all I'm saying because I like to your point, is the kid that's visiting Northwestern all in on like I want to get to the NBA as quickly as possible?
That's what I'm confused about. This one like him? Did he like Google search Illinois basketball and like he's like, yeah, I mean, I just looked last year. They got these two guys to the league.
Yeah. And that and like mixed with it, I just am confused because I feel like all we've heard from Brad recently is like, hey, after our year with the two NBA guys, retention is where it's at. So, like, can you simultaneously rebrand your program as like we're focused on retention, we're going to get a lot of 3 stars in, and then be pitching Sinan on like we're the place to go if you want to get to the league quickly? I'm very confused on what Illinois big picture is trying to do. You know.
Pitch what they want to hear.
Also, like, respectfully to Will Riley and Kasparis, I would think a 7-footer from China maybe views Zach Edey as his path to the NBA more so than Kasparis Yakichonis.
You
So
mean the
like
Canadian?
like I don't know. Isn't that a little weird? Like when Purdue just did such a good job with Edey that now he's starting in the NBA and like Illinois is like we're the place to develop an NBA center.
Which brings me back to the point. I think this might be a little bit of just saying what sounds good.
Yeah, I look. These are just the quips that came out of this, right? But to me, I would think Illinois' pitch is head to head with Purdue more so like, hey, it's really fun here. Like,
Good time.
look at this. Like, this is just a great fun culture. Come have fun. And I'm sure he did too. I'm sure Sinan had a great time. But I don't know. The NBA pitch is lost a little bit for me. Would you do you feel like you have a favorite here? Because I don't know. It feels like Illinois sources are coming out feeling real confident here. And I think Purdue likes their chances as well. This is one of the first Purdue Illinois real head to heads that we've had in a long time.
Yeah, I honestly I thought that it was gonna be Purdue very heavily, but maybe it's changed a little bit. Maybe this visit meant a little something. Maybe, was it even last week where Painter or was it Painter or maybe your GOAT came out and said that they want to add to the team via the transfer portal? Maybe they shifted from, more looking for a transfer portal big in the next cycle than actually a recruiting big. So I don't know. Some of the stuff that you like you said I saw coming out of Illinois, they seems like they're feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like both sides like
I
their
still I
chances.
still want to say Purdue.
Your gut still says Purdue.
Yeah, which is bad for Purdue. Once again, 0 for 97 at lifetime crystal ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good read on this one. I think both teams have a very real shot here. So we'll see. Where do you think his career would be better at? Like I still do feel like the basketball side would probably be better at Purdue than at
Probably
Illinois.
better at Purdue. With all due respect to Illinois and what their program's doing, I don't know what you can really put up against the big man success that has come out of Purdue as of late. Like Edie, Trey Kaufman-Renn. I mean, that's got to be one of the best recruiting pitch. I don't know how Illinois goes head to head with that recruiting pitch with Coach Brantley too.
And that's how we get the NBA pitch. It's so hard to think of a pitch for a 7-footer against Purdue that you got to come up with. You don't want to be the next TKR, dude. Still in school? Really? You don't want to be that.
That's a crazy, crazy angle to take.